Look at this, and now take a look here. Can you believe these giants are real? This video is full of surprises, massive sea creatures that were caught on camera in the most unexpected places. What you're about to see will challenge everything you thought you knew about the sea. Stay till the end, because the last one is truly mind-blowing. Bathynomus vaderi. Something creepy and cool just showed up from the deep ocean. A giant sea creature named Bathynomus vaderi was found near the Spratly Islands in Vietnam. It looks shockingly like Darth Vader's helmet from Star Wars. This big isopod is over 12.8 inches long and weighs more than 2.2 pounds. It lives way down in the deep sea, where very few creatures survive. With its strange armor-like body and helmet-shaped head, scientists and Star Wars fans are both amazed by how unreal it looks. But here's the twist. This sea monster is not just for research, it's now food on dinner tables in Vietnam. Once ignored by fishermen, now it's being served in restaurants, and people say it tastes like lobster. That's why it's becoming super popular, but scientists are worried. If people keep catching it too much, it might disappear before we fully understand it. This creature shows how little we know about deep sea life and how we must protect it before it's too late. Giant crab that lives for 100 years. This sea creature looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. The Japanese spider crab is one of the strangest and biggest animals living deep in the Pacific Ocean. With legs that can grow over 12 feet wide, it looks more like an alien than a crab. But don't worry, even though it looks scary, it's actually very calm. People call it the gentle giant of the deep because it's not dangerous at all. Here's something even more shocking. This crab can live for 100 years. That's much longer than most other sea animals. Over time, it keeps growing by shedding its old shell and building a new one. It lives deep in the ocean, sometimes as far down as 1,000 feet, and spends its life searching for food on the ocean floor. It's been around for millions of years, but scientists still don't know everything about it. That's because its deep home is so hard to explore. Goliath grouper. A dark shadow moves through the water, slow, powerful, and massive. It's not a shark. It's the Goliath grouper, one of the biggest fish in the Atlantic Ocean. These giants can grow up to 8 feet long and weigh around 800 pounds. With their huge mouths and thick bodies, they rule the underwater world. But here's the twist. They're actually gentle. Divers have even gotten close to them without any fear. Once common in the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean, their numbers dropped because of heavy fishing and destroyed homes underwater. So in 1990, the US banned fishing them to help their population come back. They love warm, shallow waters and usually hide near coral reefs or old shipwrecks. From crabs and fish to even small sea turtles, their powerful jaws make them quick and deadly hunters. But they don't grow fast. These sea beasts can live over 37 years and only start breeding around age 4 to 6. The largest ever caught was a 680-pound giant near Florida back in 1961. Some say even bigger ones are out there, but to keep seeing these sea titans in the wild, we need to protect their world. No fishing, no damage, just awe and respect for the kings of the deep. Deep sea ghost shark discovery. Far beneath the ocean, where no sunlight reaches, scientists have found a creature that looks like it came from another world. The ghost shark. It's not a real shark, but a strange sea animal related to sharks and rays, living in cold, dark waters as deep as 2,600 meters. With a long body, smooth skin, and glowing green eyes, it glides silently through the blackness. Instead of sharp teeth, it has special tooth plates to crush sea creatures like crabs, worms, and octopuses. And it has a superpower, too. It can sense the tiny electric signals from its prey to hunt in total darkness. What shocked scientists this year was spotting ghost sharks much bigger than ever recorded before. These deep-sea giants lay eggs on muddy seafloors, and their babies take up to a year to hatch inside tough egg cases. But with deep-sea mining and fishing increasing, their mysterious world is in danger. Every new discovery reminds us how little we know about the ocean's hidden creatures and why we must protect them before it's too late. The secrets of giant tube worms? Deep under the ocean, where it's always dark, something strange and amazing is living. Giant tube worms. These creatures grow longer than 8 feet and survive near boiling hydrothermal vents, where no sunlight ever reaches. Unlike most animals that need light to live, these worms use a process called chemosynthesis. Tiny bacteria inside their bodies turn toxic chemicals like hydrogen sulfide into food. They don't even have mouths or stomachs. They completely depend on these bacteria to stay alive. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real life at the bottom of the sea. Here's where it gets even more incredible. Scientists have finally managed to keep these giant worms alive in labs, something never done before. Normally, they die quickly when taken out of their deep-sea homes. But now researchers can study them closely, learning how they survive in such extreme conditions. This discovery is more than just cool science. It could help us find life beyond Earth, on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus, where no sunlight exists but heat from below might support life. These worms may be the key to understanding life in the most unexpected places. Ancient shark still rules the deep sea. Something huge moves in the darkness of the deep sea. Out of the black water, a giant blunt-nosed six-gill shark slowly appears. This isn't just any shark. It's nearly 18 feet long and looks like it came straight from the time of dinosaurs. Scientists inside a deep-sea submersible once saw this massive creature up close, and the video they captured feels like a scene from another world. With slow and smooth movements, the shark swims through total darkness like a silent ghost from the past. What's even more shocking is that this shark hasn't changed much in 200 million years. While other creatures disappeared, it stayed the same, surviving in the crushing pressure of the ocean's deepest places. It may look scary, but it's not a wild killer. It mostly eats dead animals and squid. Still, its ancient body and calm power make it one of the most mysterious creatures in the sea. Seeing it reminds us how little we really know about the hidden world under the ocean. World's heaviest fish found in the ocean. This year, something huge was pulled from the deep sea, and it's nothing like a shark. Near the Azores, fishermen caught a strange giant creature called the bumphead sunfish, or Mola alexandrinini. This massive fish weighed 650 pounds, heavier than a pickup truck. It measured 12 feet long and over 11 feet wide, looking more like a drifting sea fortress than a fish. What's crazy is it has no real tail. It uses giant fins to swim like it's flying underwater. It's not fast, but it sure is big. This giant doesn't eat like you'd expect either. Instead of hunting large prey, it mostly munches on jellyfish and floats near the surface to warm up after deep dives. Scientists were amazed. Most sunfish stay hidden in the ocean, but this one broke all records. Now, experts are tracking how it lives, where it travels, and how it grows. This sunfish isn't just big, it's one of the strangest and most amazing creatures ever found in the ocean. Monster of the deep sea. Hidden deep below the ocean where sunlight can't reach lives a strange and deadly hunter, the deep sea lizard fish. It swims between 600 and 3,500 meters underwater, where pressure is crushing and darkness never ends. With a long snake-like body, over 70 centimeter long, and a mouth full of sharp needle teeth, this fish doesn't wait around for food. It goes after it. Unlike other sea creatures that just hide and wait, this one hunts with speed. Its powerful eyes can even catch tiny flashes of light from glowing sea animals in the dark, helping it spot prey most predators would miss. But here's where it gets really bizarre. This fish has both male and female organs, so it doesn't need to find a mate to reproduce. That's super important in the deep sea, where finding another fish can take forever. Even though it looks scary and is built to kill, scientists still know very little about this creature. What does it eat? How does it live among other deep sea monsters? One thing's for sure, it's one of the toughest survivors in the darkest place on Earth. Hidden whale found in deep ocean. Something strange was swimming in the deep sea near Hokkaido, Japan, and no one knew what it was. For years, local fishermen spoke of a dark, mysterious whale that no one could clearly identify. Finally, scientists confirmed it. A brand new species of beaked whale, now named Bardius minimus. These whales are so rare that most people have never even heard of them. They live deep below the ocean surface and almost never come up, which makes them incredibly hard to study. This new whale may look like its cousin, Beard's beaked whale, but it's smaller, darker, and has a completely different skull shape. It's like a secret animal that's been hiding in plain sight for years. Beaked whales are deep divers, holding their breath for more than 3 hours and diving nearly 10,000 feet to hunt squid. Because they live so deep, scientists rarely get to see them, so finding a brand new species is a huge deal. It shows there's still so much in the ocean we haven't discovered. Giant turtle that swims deeper than sharks. Ever seen a turtle as big as a grizzly bear? Meet the leatherback sea turtle, one of the largest reptiles alive today. These giants can grow up to 7 feet long and weigh more than 2,000 pounds. But what makes them different from other sea turtles is their soft, leathery skin instead of a hard shell. This unique body helps them glide smoothly through the ocean, swimming for thousands of miles across the world. And believe it or not, they can dive deeper than great white sharks, going over 4,000 feet down into the sea. But this ancient traveler is in danger. After surviving for more than 100 million years, leatherback turtles are now fighting for their lives. Plastic in the oceans, fishing nets, and the loss of nesting beaches are all putting them at risk. They mainly eat jellyfish, helping keep the ocean in balance. Watching such a powerful and important animal struggle today should make us stop and think. Will we save them, or will we let them disappear forever? The ancient giants of the ocean. Deep under the Caribbean Sea lives a creature older than most civilizations. The giant barrel sponge. This underwater giant can grow up to 8 feet tall and 6 feet wide, earning it the nickname Redwood of the Reef. But size isn't its only gift. These sponges clean the ocean like a natural filter, sucking in thousands of liters of seawater every day. They remove bacteria, recycle nutrients, and keep the reef healthy. Some of them have been alive for over 2,000 years, quietly guarding their world below. But now, even these ancient sea guardians are in danger. Rising sea temperatures, pollution, and climate change are slowly killing them through sponge bleaching and habitat loss. Their survival is no longer certain. Thankfully, people are stepping up. With marine protected zones and new research, there's still hope. If we want these silent ocean cleaners to stay with us, we must protect their home before it's too late. Blue whale spotted too early. Something strange is happening in the deep ocean. Blue whales, the biggest animals to ever live on Earth, have started showing up off Southern California much earlier than usual. These massive creatures can grow as long as 100 feet and weigh as much as 200 tons, almost like stacking 15 school buses. Normally they arrive in summer, but this time they were seen as early as April. Scientists are scratching their heads trying to understand why these ocean giants are changing their timing. Experts think it might have to do with the ocean's changing temperature and food supply. Blue whales love to eat krill, those tiny shrimp-like creatures floating in the sea. If the krill move, the whales follow. But this sudden change could be a sign of something much bigger, a warning from the ocean itself. And here's something even more amazing. Blue whales sing. Their deep, low calls travel hundreds of miles underwater. As these patterns shift, researchers are watching closely. Is this just a small change or the beginning of something much bigger for life in the sea? The gentle giants of the ocean. These sea creatures look like they're flying underwater. Giant manta rays, with wings as wide as 26 feet and weighing more than 5,000 pounds, glide smoothly through warm tropical waters. In the Maldives, scientists just marked a huge achievement by identifying their 1,000th oceanic manta ray. That means the area is super important for keeping these peaceful creatures safe. Down south in South Africa's Isimangaliso Wetland Park, people often spot them too. Some rays have even traveled more than 1,300 kilometers, swimming all the way from Mozambique. But even these massive, graceful rays are in danger. Fishing nets often trap them by accident, and because they have babies very slowly, their numbers are hard to bring back up. From Mozambique's warm coasts to the Maldives, conservation groups are doing everything they can to protect them. They want to make sure manta rays keep gliding through the oceans, leaving people in total awe for generations to come. Ghost of the deep sea. Something eerie is drifting in the darkest part of the ocean, the big fin squid. This strange creature lives deep below the waves where sunlight never reaches. Its long arms stretch over 26 feet, hanging like ghostly ribbons in the water. Recently, scientists were shocked to spot one nearly 20,000 feet down in the deadly Tonga Trench. This place is so harsh, barely anything survives there, but somehow this mysterious squid does, floating silently, like a shadow from another world. Here's where it gets even creepier. Unlike other squids that dash around to catch prey, the big fin just waits. Its limbs stay still, bent in a weird T shape, while its thin tentacles act like invisible traps. If something touches them, it's already too late. Some scientists believe this squid is ancient, unchanged for millions of years. A real-life ghost from a forgotten time, and every time it appears, it reminds us that the real mysteries aren't out in space, they're hiding deep under the ocean. The first real footage of a sea monster. Something unbelievable just happened deep in the freezing waters near Antarctica. In early 2023, a brave team from the group Colossal set out with cameras strapped to a polar ship, all to find one of the ocean's biggest mysteries. The colossal squid. For months, they searched the dark southern ocean, and finally, after 4 long trips, their cameras caught something never seen alive before. A young colossal squid swimming in its natural home. This was the first time in history this giant creature was filmed alive in the wild. This squid isn't just big, it's massive. It can grow up to 46 feet long and weigh over 1,100 pounds. Its eyes are as big as dinner plates, letting it see in the pitch-black deep sea. With deadly hooks on its tentacles, it hunts big fish and even other squids. But even with its size, it hides so well that we usually only find them by accident or inside whale stomachs. This rare footage finally gives scientists a look into its secret life. The colossal squid is a real sea monster, and it's still out there, hidden in the dark waters below. Deep-sea ghost fish appears on shore. Have you ever heard of a sea creature that looks like a ghost ribbon floating in the ocean? That's the giant oarfish, the world's longest bony fish, growing up to 36 feet long, with its shiny silver body and bright red fins. Sailors once believed it was a sea serpent. It lives deep in the ocean, far from our eyes, gliding through the dark waters by waving its long fins. These fish usually stay between 650 and 3,280 feet deep, and they only eat tiny things like krill and plankton. Seeing one alive near the surface is so rare, it's like spotting treasure in the middle of the ocean. But in February 2025, something shocking happened. People on a beach in Baja California Sur, Mexico saw a glowing oarfish in shallow water. This rare sight excited everyone, especially in Japan, where oarfish are seen as warning signs for disasters like earthquakes. Many remember how they appeared before the Fukushima disaster in 2011. While scientists say there's no proof of that link, oarfish often come near the shore when they're sick or lost. Still, moments like this remind us that the deep sea hides many strange and mysterious secrets. The shark that lived for 500 years? This story starts with a creature older than your great-great-great-grandparents. Deep in the icy waters near Greenland and the North Atlantic lives the Greenland shark, a slow-moving giant that can live for more than 400 years. One shark was even found to be over 500 years old, which means it was already swimming when Leonardo da Vinci was painting the Mona Lisa. These sharks don't rush like great whites. Instead, they glide slowly through the cold, earning them the name sleeper sharks. But don't be fooled, they're still deadly hunters, known to eat fish, seals, and even polar bears. Now here's where it gets even crazier. Scientists believe these sharks live so long because of their slow metabolism and the freezing waters they live in. It slows down how fast they age. Some Greenland sharks were alive before the United States even existed. They live far from humans in deep, dark waters, so they're rarely seen. But every time one is spotted, scientists wonder, could this ancient predator hold the secret to living a longer life? deep-sea ghost, the phantom jellyfish? In the darkest part of the ocean, a ghost-like creature floats with quiet grace. It's called the giant phantom jellyfish, and it looks like something from a dream or a nightmare. Its bell is over 3 feet wide, and its soft arms stretch up to 33 feet long, gently waving through the deep sea. First discovered back in 1899, it's only been seen about 130 times in over 100 years, not because it's gone extinct, but because it lives far, far below, as deep as 22,000 feet under the ocean where no sunlight reaches. Unlike other jellyfish that sting to hunt, this one moves differently. Its smooth arms wrap around tiny fish and plankton, gently pulling them in like a slow mip trap. In 2021, scientists in Monterey Bay were lucky enough to film one at 3,200 feet deep, and that was only the 9th time they'd seen one in thousands of dives. This jellyfish lives in oceans all over the world except the Arctic, yet it remains one of the ocean's biggest mysteries. Every rare sighting gives us a small piece of the puzzle about this haunting sea creature. New deep-sea shark discovery stuns scientists. Something strange was just found deep in the ocean. Marine scientists recently discovered a brand new species of guitar shark near the coasts of Mozambique and Tanzania, about 200 meters below the surface. This shark is unlike most others. It looks like a mix between a shark and a stingray. With its flat body, it hides perfectly on the ocean floor, making it hard to spot. Even though there are already 38 known types of guitar sharks, many of them are in danger because of overfishing and damaged habitats. This new discovery is a big deal. It reminds us how much we still don't know about the deep sea and how important it is to protect what we find. As technology gets better, scientists are diving deeper than ever before, capturing rare footage of sea creatures we've never seen. The ocean is full of mysteries, and this new shark proves that the adventure is just beginning. So which one of these sea giants shocked you the most? The ocean still hides creatures we've never seen, and we've only scratched the surface. If you enjoyed the surprises in this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give it a like. More unbelievable discoveries are coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them.